Here's a beautiful pattern with knit stitches forming diagonal lines on the background of purl stitches. This is what the pattern looks like on the right side. And here's the wrong side of the pattern, which has this soft quilt-like effect. I really like the wrong side too, and I think this pattern could easily be reversible. The principle of this pattern is very similar to knitting cable stitches, where we're going to knit one stitch as a knit stitch and the other stitch as a purl stitch. So here I begin my first row. So the first is a salvage stitch, followed by a purl stitch, because that's the end of my previous knit diagonal. And now I'm going to purl another 2 stitches, and then I'm going to form my 2-stitch cable. Now these 2 stitches, a purl and a knit stitch, are going to form my right leaning knit stitch cable. So first I need to knit the knit stitch. They are a little bit tricky to pick up, and they require a little bit of patience, but once you've learned how to knit them, they should be better. So first I knit the knit stitch, then I holding that stitch on my left needle, I need to also purl the purl stitch. Then it's 2 purl stitches, and then I continue with my cable stitches. So here these 2 again going to be knitted by knitting the knit stitch first. I hold the stitches on the left needle, knit the purl stitch, and then release both stitches. I add new diagonals in the central piece of the knitting when I have 8 purl stitches in the middle. To keep the symmetry, I need 2 purl stitches after the right leaning cable, then 2 stitches for a new right leaning cable, 2 stitches for the left cable, and then 2 more purl stitches before the existing left cable. This pattern repeats every 9 rows. So now I'm going to create a new right cable by picking up a purl stitch, create a knit stitch, and then purl the purl stitch again and release the stitches of the left needle. So here is my new right leaning cable. And now straight after this one I need to create a left leaning cable. So again, this is going to be knitted by purling the purl stitch through the back loop. So purl stitch first, because it's a left leaning cable, and then followed by a knit stitch. Again, 2 purl stitches, and then I'm going to repeat here my left leaning cable. So first I need to pick up my purl stitch and purl it through the back loop. And then whilst holding the 2 stitches on the left needle, I need to knit the knit stitch. On the wrong side, I knit and purl stitches as they are on the left needle. So where it's a knit stitch, I knit, and where it's a purl stitch, I purl. One thing I'd like to mention about the stitches, so the knit stitches like here, where it was purled through the back loop on the right side, I knitted through the back loop as well. It just to make the knitting easier. You don't have to do it, you can reverse it if you like, as it's a purl stitch on the right side, it won't be visible, so it's not a big deal for this pattern anyway.